What's up, guys? In today's video, I want to give you some insights on how not to run out of things to say. Now, I know most of the time I'm covering pretty deep topics and kind of some mindful stuff, but I also want to share with you some of the practical stuff. And as you already know, I'm a big fan of improving your communication, and I really believe it's a universal and very synergistic skill that we need to develop. I mean, I believe honestly that it applies to almost every area in our life. So I think it's a skill that we need to be very aware of, and just to be proactive to be able to improve that skill in communication. So I know that as far as talking longer and being able to come up with ideas in whether that's content creation, presentations, or even in your personal life, whether it's in a social situation, networking, dating, you name it. That's why I say that this skill is very synergistic to a lot of the areas in our life. But just wanted to share with you some of the practices that I try and do to just be able to pump out a video like this, and as I mentioned, to apply in my own personal life or what have you. So many of the things that I do, I mean, I do try to, as far as these videos, I try to outline a topic that I'm going to cover, but I definitely try and stay away from structure too much, from scripting. That's the word that I'm looking for, because I believe that if you script out the video too much, it almost makes you get into your head, into your thoughts too much. And honestly, I believe that's what kind of holds you back. You know, that's what kind of makes you overthink whatever topic you're going to cover, whatever presentation you're going to give. But if you just kind of relax into the situation, take a few deep breaths here and there, which I try to do myself as well, that's going to help you bring the presentation and kind of help the audience receive you in a much better fashion. You know, it's more grounded, it's more real, which I believe is what all of us really appreciate nowadays. I mean, that's honestly, personally, for me, the people that I follow, the people that I try to model, I love their message when they come across as more realistic, and whether they screw up in their videos or not, I can really honestly relate to that. And just kind of a way to be able to come up with the ideas, as I mentioned, not script them out so much, but just kind of outline the ideas. For me personally, most of the ideas don't really come like sitting behind a screen and the computer trying to force everything out. For me, most of my ideas come, believe it or not, during my workouts, during sometimes just a drive, you know, early drive when you're full of energy, and maybe you're drinking your coffee on your on the way to work, on the way to the office. Some of those deep thoughts come during those moments. It's not necessarily sitting down and forcing the thoughts onto paper or what have you. A cool story I learned lately was from some big authors that I follow, you know, big speakers and stuff. They literally didn't sit down and write out their book. They pretty much, with technology nowadays, with you know, all these voice options on these smartphones, they basically spoke their book into existence. What they did was speak out their thoughts, their ideas, how they wanted to present the chapters, and then they went back and worked with an editor or you know, a copywriter or what have you, and they helped them outline the book or the chapters in the way that they wanted to express the message. But they didn't sit down and try to grind out these letters, whether that's typing or writing out, for hours and hours a day. You know, like I said, they did it along their journey, and that's part of my personal practice and the insight that I want to share with you. You know, I've always preached to you to get you know, expose yourself to the areas you want to develop in, whether that's being a musician, an athlete, a speaker, or what have you. Exposing yourself in these experience is what gives you the actual practicality of the topic that you want to share. You know, now you can really express the message that you want to give or what have you. And not to mention, as I mentioned earlier, this skill can really relate in your personal life. So imagine the cool stories you can share, as I mentioned, whether you're in a networking event, whether you're in a social situation or what have you, and even with family and friends. Imagine all the cool stories that you have to share if you expose yourself to experiences more. So that really helps me come up with these ideas. Some of the other areas where I get some deep insights, it's during meditation. I haven't been as consistent as I wanted to lately, but I do recall when I do sit down and meditate, even though it's a time to quiet the mind, you get some deep insights at times right before you get to those deep level meditation insights. But another place is also like during a simple shower as well. Whether you're taking a cold bath or a hot bath, you sometimes get thoughts or insights to like, this is a cool idea, I would like to share this, whether, as I mentioned, a presentation, video, or even something that's going to improve you personally. That's really where you get more insights and more ideas to be able to present or continue in any situation for communication. So these are just some little insights, guys, I wanted to share with you. And if you wonder, how I come up with ideas for the videos, and as I mentioned, if you find yourself in a social situation where you just can't relate or can't communicate with people, maybe at a higher level, or in a networking event where you might feel nervous or what have you, this will probably help you relax more and be able to kind of find that social flow with your communication, and hopefully take you to the next level of being able to express your ideas. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed another quick short video, and we'll see you on the next one.